All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am your host, John. And if you could kindly hit that like and subscribe button, it means a lot to us. Here we try to get a little more honest in the world of sports, and we're going to devote this segment to the University of Michigan football team. I respect what they have done. I understand the maize and blue, how intense they are, how their fans are incredibly fervent, incredibly passionate. But let me tell you, Jim Harbaugh is an effing cheater. I'm not going to mince any words here. He cheats as much as he breathes. That guy is always looking to push the envelope. Yeah, before he got that national title, he was almost fired. He had to take a pay cut to stay at his beloved alma mater. Well, in the year that they won the national title, 2023, his final year there, because of course, Jim was such a loyal Wolverine, he was sniffing around for every job he could get. Oh, the Minnesota Vikings are open. Chicago's open. San Diego, when he won the title, then all of a sudden they decided, oh, well, we'll pay the guy. And he's always looking for a buck. He's a scum. He's just a loser. Okay? Great coach, no problem. As a human being, he is less than zero. That's just my opinion. And you know what? You can go ahead and leave a comment. You can unsubscribe. You can do whatever you want. That guy is a piece of crap. Great coach, sort of, when he can cheat. Let's talk about what the NCAA dropped down on Saturday, or Friday night, in terms of penalties for the sign stealing, the Connor Stallions, all the little shenanigans they did, right? 4 years of probation. Let's be honest, in the world of college football, that doesn't mean anything. If they have other violations, they extend it out where the probation really doesn't matter. Financial penalties. Now, these were kind of interesting. $50,000. Oh my God, that is pocket change in the couch for these guys. This was interesting. 10% of the football budget. I wonder how they are going to figure that out. Booster NIL money, or is it just the college? The budget for Michigan is approximately $20 million. So you're looking at a $2 million fine. That is significant. Make no equivocation about it. That is a significant fine. A fine equivalent to the anticipated loss of all postseason competition revenue sharing associated with the 25 and 26 football seasons. Okay, you could be looking anywhere between $6 and $20 million, depending on how far they go. A fine equivalent to the cost of 10% of the scholarships awarded in Michigan's football program for the 25-26 academic year. Now, a college scholarship for Michigan's football team, they're probably going to peg it at 60 grand or maybe 80. There's 45. So let's just say it's 80. Let's go with the top end of the thing. You're looking at 3.2 million. It's another 320,000. I'm doing this on the fly, but that's some money. That's some money. Here's my favorite one, a 25% reduction in official visits during the 25-26 season. As one opposing coach said, there is no limit on official visits. All right. There you go. 14-week prohibition on recruiting communications in the football program during the probation period. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing there. Let's get to the big cheater, Jim Harbaugh, the guy who basically orchestrated this whole thing with Connor Stallions. I'm not buying any of this. He didn't know about it. He was too busy running the program. You know, the funny thing is, they love the profiles when the season starts about that coach knows every intimate detail. Perfect example, Rick Pitino when he was at Louisville. Oh, he's got his fingers in everywhere. He knows everything. That's why they got such a good program. Till all of a sudden the stripper stuff started coming out, and then all of a sudden Rick didn't know nothing. Oh, let me get on the plane to Iona. Yeah. 10-year show cause, restricting him basically 10 years. He can't go back and coach college football. He's done with San Diego or LA, the LA Chargers. He's not going back to college football. Maybe that's a thing because of the money that they are throwing at these college football coaches. Maybe if he gets fired from the Chargers, maybe that does become a thing. But he got his hand caught in the cookie jar. I am interested to think about this. And I want you to ponder this. This isn't your mom and dad's podcast, right? That is the NCAA going to be around in 2 or 3 years? We're going to do a segment on the other show that the Big Ten is trying to expand the CFP playoff to 24 or 48 teams. No more conference championships. Let's just get everybody in here and let's go for the biggest tournament in sports. I have told you since day one on this podcast, the 16 thing ain't going to work. They're going to go to 24 and then 32. The money is just too overwhelming. You're talking about billions and billions of dollars. If they could, they'd start the tournament in January and run it all the way up to March Madness. They sure as hell would. Sharon Moore, who is the current coach at Michigan, he was involved. He accidentally deleted a lot of text. It's funny. Tom Brady during Deflategate. Oh, I throw away my phone. I burn them. I put them in water so nobody can get to them. Yeah, sure you do, Tom. Sure, you keep every piece of memorabilia, but somehow with the old phone, you just put it in water and disintegrated it. Yeah, right. He is got a 2-year show cause. Obviously, if he gets fired this year at Michigan or next year, he's going to still have to go through a probationary period to get another job. He is going to get suspended for another game, and he already did 2. He's going to have to do another one. It's going to be against some pansy at the beginning of the year. Connor Stalions, the guy who was involved neck deep in the sign stealing scandal, 8-year show cause, restricting him from athletically related activities during the show cause period. This guy is a chump. This guy is a liar. I saw part of that Netflix series where he was just, boy, it was everything but space aliens was the reason that this happened. Denard Robinson, 3-year show cause, restricting him from all athletically caused activities. Michigan won here. I am glad the NCAA came and slapped him down. Tennessee, Michigan, when the NCAA comes knocking out, they basically stonewall. USC did this with the Reggie Bush thing and Pete Carroll. And then they get pissed when the NCAA gets set back a couple years, but finally they figure it out, and then they throw down. Michigan cheated to win that title. I don't care what anybody says. Would they have won the title without it? I don't know. But I know they cheated in the year they won the title. Just how it is. To me, is that a tainted title? Goddamn yes, it is. That's a tainted title. That's got excrement all over it. But when they look back in the history books, they're going to see Michigan won one of their titles that they win every 50 or 30 years or whatever. You know, for such a big-time program, they really can't find it with a roadmap. They don't win very many titles. Literally, Alabama won more titles in 4 years than they won in 80. Even Georgia. Michigan proclaims to be big time, but they're not really. They had to cheat to get this title. Well done, guys. I hope you can live with yourself. Of course they can. Jim Harbaugh got $100 million to go to the NFL. He don't care. Nope. And on his resume, when they put him in the ground, they're not going to talk about all the cheating. They're going to talk about he won the national title in 2022 and 2023. Well, hey, winners write the history books. Jim Harbaugh, that smug son of a bitch, he's going to get to write this. All right, that's it from Off the Rails. If you like, hit that subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Leave some comments, and we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.